President Biden is back in Washington after commemorating the 58th anniversary of the landmark Civil Rights March known as Bloody Sunday in Alabama. His visit was the latest chance to speak directly to civil rights activists who are trying to protect voting rights, which he says are still under threat today. Amy Lou has more from Washington.
Well, Patrick, President Biden's call for more voting rights legislation may land as more of an election rallying cry as opposed to any real policy success. The president called on Congress to pass the John Lewis Voting Rights Act, legislation that was introduced that would enhance voter protections. The bill includes provisions to restrict partisan gerrymandering, strike down hurdles to voting, and bring transparency to campaign donations. But the bill stalled in Congress, failing to draw the 60 votes needed in the Senate, and is even more unlikely to pass the House, where Republicans are against federal involvement in elections. But the president says voting rights are still being threatened, citing dozens of state voting reform bills, which in some cases have restricted voting access.
Selma is a reckoning. The right to vote, to have your vote counted, is the threshold of democracy and liberty. With it, anything's possible. Without it, without that right, nothing is possible.
And President Biden also mentioned signing the Electoral Count Reform Act earlier this year, which clarifies the certification process as well as the roles of electors and vice president during a presidential election. In Washington, I'm Amy Lou, WYFF News 4.
At 6:51, the 5th annual Upstate Mayor's Masked Ball was held this weekend at the Greenville Convention Center. This event is a fundraiser for the United Negro College Fund, or the UNCF. It featured the likes of mayors from all over the upstate, civic leaders, and other public officials. This gala focuses on raising public awareness of the importance in helping deserving students meet the expenses associated with higher education.
It is so important to know that the funds that are raised are used for our local students.
Without these funds, you have kids that would never go to college. And so I think that is the equalizer there when you help kids who wouldn't have the opportunity to further their education if they didn't have these scholarships.
This year's event honored the Denny's Corporation, former U.S. Secretary of Education and former South Carolina Governor Dick Riley, Pastor James Bennett, and former Spartanburg High School track and field coach Glover Smiley. You can now experience the world premiere of Italian Renaissance Alive at the Biltmore Estate. The exhibition takes guests through a journey across Italy, showcasing art, architecture, and sculptures from the 14th to the 17th century. It's located in Amherst at Deer Park. That's on the estate, but separate from the actual Biltmore house. Italian Renaissance Alive runs through January 7th of next year, so you got plenty of time, but tickets are available on Biltmore.com. ESPN's College Game Day made a stop in the upstate before the SEC women's basketball tournament final, and you could not have asked for a better turnout there. Our Rashad Williams has a look at how fans made sure that they were seen and heard.
The stage was set as a sea of garnet and orange covered the outside of the Bon Secours Wellness Arena in Greenville Sunday afternoon.
It's a beautiful day the Lord blessed us with.
ESPN's College Game Day hosted its pregame show before the big showdown in the college women's basketball SEC tournament finals.
Tennessee 74, South Carolina 72. We're going to win.
The Tennessee Volunteers and the South Carolina Gamecocks were set to battle it out.
Let's go, Gators!
If you look around, you can see the Volunteers were outnumbered.
Oh, it's just so exciting to be able to be out here and support those Carolina Gamecocks. Woo!
Former South Carolina player Sheila Foster was also in the crowd enjoying the excitement.
We're taking one game at a time. We won't want to step in our way because we're not looking backward.
Sheila and fans alike say there's no team like the Gamecocks.
It's just like going in for a layup. You don't look back to see who's chasing you. We going forward, and that's just what we did. Number one in the country. We taking it home tonight.
Wow, they were heard for sure. That was Rashad Williams reporting. This is the first time that ESPN's College Game Day has attended a women's basketball conference championship game right there in Greenville. All right. Fans got to have a little fun of their own as well during the SEC women's basketball tournament. A downtown dribble event was held Saturday with 3 different stations of dribbling drills and challenges. There was also a community dribble starting at Noma Square and ending at the Bon Secours Wellness Arena.
Pretty cool thing that they got going on. I think they said they had 700 kids registered for this event, so yeah, so it's awesome.
Okay, event coordinators say that this is all about promoting attendance to the games, and kids participating in the dribble activities received a t-shirt, a free ticket to the game, and a basketball to keep. There you go.